We've got some more breaking news that's coming in. Nirmala Sitharaman has slammed Rahul Gandhi over his claims about the government. Nirmala Sitharaman has called the allegations by Rahul Gandhi as baseless. And she goes on to also say that it was the Congress government which gave on a platter the port in Kerala to the Adanis. Why is Rahul Gandhi not saying that in Chhattisgarh, where the project is being given by his governments, why is that not being questioned, is something that Nirmala Sitharaman is claiming. Let me bring in my colleague Harish now on the broadcast. Harish, this is an open attack to Rahul Gandhi. It is after the parliament has now been adjourned, especially the Lok Sabha adjourned sine die, that now the government and the central ministers have decided to speak about Adani, and this time attacking Rahul Gandhi instead.
Absolutely. In fact, Nirmala Sitharaman posing some pointed questions, saying if I'm asking if he really thinks Adani has been given all things. And she goes on to say that we've seen it before 2014 as well, and he's doing it again. This is referring to all his allegations as baseless. And he says it was, as you mentioned, it was the Congress government in Kerala which actually gave the port on a platter to Adani. And she's saying, why is he not saying in Chhattisgarh, where the project is being given by his government, saying that there is double standard? While Rahul speaks on a certain tangent, you have the Congress governments in various states doing exactly the opposite and helping Adani or giving projects to Adani. Saying that Rahul Gandhi is double standard, she doesn't stop there. She goes on to say that it's not just what Rahul Gandhi talks, but also the promises being made by Congress is something that can't be implemented at all. Whether the promises of giving 2,000 rupees to rural households here or 200 units of free electricity in Karnataka, she's saying similar promises were made in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. None of those places, these promises have been implemented. So she's once again targeted the Congress party, saying that while Rahul Gandhi continues to make baseless allegations, his party goes on to make promises that can't be implemented, or when given an opportunity, the Congress hasn't really shown the intent to even begin implementing such projects or such promises. So while keeping one eye on Rahul Gandhi and what he said of late, at the same time not forgetting that she's in a poll-bound state. She is in Karnataka today and talking about the promises of the Congress party here for the electorate. Okay,
I request you to stay on with us, Harish. Let me also bring in Pallavi Ghosh, who continues to be with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, some background here. Is it the Viringam port in Kerala that Ms. Sitharaman is talking about? And if that is the case, what is the background to this whole allegation that she's making against the Congress regime then?
And it's interesting that she's making these allegations while she's there in Karnataka, because clearly the eye is there on elections, and what essentially she's pointing out is that, remember, that's also now the home state of Rahul Gandhi. She talks about Kerala, she talks about Madhya Pradesh, and the loan waivers, farm loan waivers. These have been big issues for the Congress party to come back to power in 2009. Clearly she's pricking a hole into that. She's also making the point that the Congress keeps on trying to call out the government and the BJP, but they themselves make hollow promises, and therefore Rahul Gandhi also needs to introspect that what he tells the people, his own party never ever delivers, his own government never ever delivers, and it is very clearly the agenda of the Congress party to malign the central government. So of course I think in the next few days, as the parliament session ends and we move closer to the Karnataka elections and other state elections as well, you'll find these kind of attacks coming on specifically Rahul Gandhi and more clearly generally on Congress party.
And one more point that I was also asking Harish, Pallavi, is this a point to be picked up on, considering now that the Lok Sabha has been adjourned? It's only now that the government of the centre and its ministers have decided to even bring in Adani into the discourse. So far, there has been no conversation about it.
Right, so they have made this point very clear that we cannot allow a debate and discussion on the Adani issue inside Parliament as the matter is sub judice, because the moment you speak about it in Parliament, it's all documented, it's going to be on record, and that will be seen as a clash with the fact that there is a committee which has been set up and a matter is sub judice. That doesn't stop you from raising the issue outside your Parliament. It's not documented in the records of Parliament, and that's the fine-tune or difference which is being made by the BJP. I'm sure they are going to raise the Adani issue as a counter encounter. Rahul Gandhi is going to Kollar. Remember, that's the same place
Yes.
because of which he's landed into this disqualification issue. He's likely to speak on the Adani issue, and the BJP will certainly give a point-by-point rebuttal. Already, very quickly, if you notice in the social media timeline of the BJP, they're releasing pictures of, say, Mr. Adani with Robert Vadra, and the insinuation is that you are as much involved in the entire issue, so why are you pointing a finger at the BJP?
Right. Let me also bring in Arunima on this. Arunima, this very point that Pallavi was making, we're talking about poll-bound Karnataka, and it's a strong rebuttal that's coming from Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, and this time pointing direct fingers at the Congress party when it is about the association with the Adani group. How is the Congress party even going to respond to all of this? Because when we talk about elections in Karnataka, BJP has gone all guns blazing. Yesterday we had Kicha Sudeep deciding to campaign for the party. Of course, that was a big blow to the Congress. And today we have this statement that's been made by Ms. Sitharaman.
See, it's very clear. If the Congress party led opposition, the other opposition parties also like AAP, like BRS, like TMC, Samajwadi Party, BSP, all of them on the floor of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, if they were going to make this an issue of corruption, an issue of crony capitalism, the BJP led by the Prime Minister himself has decided to hit back, pay back in the same coin. You refer to his speech in the CBI Diamond Jubilee celebration. He said CBI is being targeted because it's an alliance of the corrupt and they are not too happy with the fact that their corruption is getting exposed. The same opposition parties went to the Supreme Court, did not get a favourable order. How did the BJP react? They reacted by saying that these corrupt politicians don't want their corruption to be exposed and therefore they're knocking at the door and wasting the time of the apex court. The court is not really entertaining them. And now Nirmala Sitharaman's speech as well. So I think if Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party's strategy is to try and change the current government with the brush of corruption, they will hear from the Bharatiya Janata Party in the same language. BJP has decided, and this was told by the Prime Minister at the BJP Parliamentary Party as well, that don't be on the back foot. They will come to attack you because they know we are popular, we have won the hearts and minds of the people. Go back and aggressively tell people about the good work that you have done. The Prime Minister's speech today at the Foundation Day also made it very clear the Congress Party is going to be firmly on his target and target of rest of his party colleagues in the run-up to the Karnataka polls.
Okay. Arunima, Pallavi and Harish, thank you so much for all of that, those inputs. What we are going to do is put out further reactions on this. We have been told that the Lok Sabha has been adjourned sine die for the day. In fact, Rajya Sabha is still to reconvene at about 2 o'clock. We will see if at all there's any business that's done in the Rajya Sabha.